Hello to all my beautiful friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie Alves. Today I'm of course coming to you from a beautiful makeup studio in Arizona where I live. It's called the Beauty Bar for obvious reasons. There's a whole row of chairs and mirrors down there, and I have a beautiful team that works here with me, and we do makeup after makeup on real woman after real woman every day. So needless to say, we get lots of experience here, and I've been a makeup artist for over 30 years, so you can bet your butt I know a thing or two about real women and real faces. But today I'm going to talk to you about a beautiful, long wear, really exciting, glamorous, but not overdone look that I want to do for my trip to Las Vegas. By the time you see this, I probably will have already went and come back. But I have a beauty convention I'm going to be going to, and I'm really excited about it. And today I want to practice a look for it, but I have some incredible things to show you, some fun new techniques and some interesting things to talk about. So I'm going to start with my favorite facial serum instead of a primer. You guys, if you've watched me for any time at all, you've already seen this trick, but I have to do it today because I'm going to be using a long wear foundation. And I love to use this lactic acid serum. It's got 17% of all of the PHA complex and all the jazz in it. People often ask me, like, what's the percentage? It's 17, but I use it in place of primer when I'm going to be using a super long wear foundation. This one that I'm going to use is a matte foundation. It's really mattifying. And there's just something about this serum that looks fantastic, beautiful, incredible, and lots of other adjectives underneath that long wear foundation. All right, so I'm just kind of pressing it in and letting it sit. Today I'm also going to be doing a really pretty eyeshadow look with this palette I got from Sigma Beauty, and it's the Warm Neutrals palette, and you can see it. Ooh, there's a lot of really great colors. There's a couple I probably will never use, but most of them are really pretty. And don't be like, Jackie, we want to see you do a cool eyeshadow look. If you would like to see a cool eyeshadow look, go check out my channel and hop onto videos. I have several on there, and I will always do more, but I hear that a lot. Like, I love purple or whatever. Cool. Use the purple. I don't care. Today I'm going to show you a technique and a method that you can use with eyeshadow that you can do any color combination that you love. But today I'm going to be using some warm neutrals. All right, so now I'm going to hop into that foundation, and today I'm going to be using the Always formula by Jafra Cosmetics. I like this one a lot, because it is truly a long wear. Now, this is not the one I wear every day. I like a different type of formula, and I use a lot of different things for every day around the beauty bar, but this is gonna need to be a really long wear look because I'm going to be on stage at this convention I'm going to, because I'm introducing a new program that I wrote and created and all the things for color matching. I'm a color match specialist, and I'm teaching other incredible women how to do the same. So the shade that I'm gonna use is called, oh shoot, what's it called? Golden tan, that's right. And I'm neither of those things. I am more like a pink shrimp, as one of my beautiful friends out there, one of our subscribers loves to call me her favorite shrimp because I referred to myself as a shrimp one day. So let's get this on quickly. You can see it's very yellow when I get started, but that's okay. It's called golden tan for a reason. But what's gonna happen is it's really going to combat all of that stinking redness. And you know, also welcome to the channel of no rules. So if you're like, oh my god, I don't like all the yellow foundations, everything's yellow, I'm a pumpkin face, I hate it, whatever, it's okay. Like, you're gonna be fine. Breathe and wear a more pink foundation if that's what you like. It's okay. This is just the one that I like. I'm not saying that you have to do what I do. People often ask me, a lot of my clients, because I see a lot of women here, will ask me, what should I be wearing at my age? And I'm like, girl. You should be wearing, especially at your age, whatever the heck you want. Can I also say welcome to the channel of no rules, and welcome to the channel of whatever the heck you want. All right, so I'm going to also put some here on my crazy red chest. And especially when I get hot, and let me tell you, it is hot in Arizona right now where I live, but especially when I get hot, this thing just, it sets on fire. And I'm not really that hot. I'm not even having a hot flash right now, but my chest will tell you a different story, friends. All right, and I'm using a really beautiful brush. This is also by Sigma Beauty. It's a fatty. That's a fatty brush. But it's very soft and fluffy. So it gives a beautiful airbrushed look to this long wear, more like full coverage foundation. And I may go back and put more, but it's okay for right now. I don't need to worry and freak out too much about it. I am just gonna make sure that I have some good coverage across my whole face. So I'm gonna cut out and I'll be right back. All right, I have my shade Cocoa in hand. I know that my golden tan that I just used is well blended. I didn't put a bunch under my eyes. I am not going to, because I'm going back with a pretty full coverage concealer. Now again, this is gonna be a long wear look, you guys. It's gonna be good. You're gonna love it. But you know, I'm gonna be in Vegas, and like I said, I'm gonna be on stage. So, I mean, you're gonna want it to last if you're gonna bother being off the hook. So today I was watching some stuff on, I think I was over on Trick Talk, I like to call it, because they always trick you. They're full of crap over there. But anyway, I was watching that makeup artist. I can't remember his name, but he's done J-Lo's makeup a lot. And a lot of people try to do, like, copy this one bronzy look he did for J-Lo, like this ultra sculpted orama. All the things look on her jaw and everything like it's his makeup. Like her jawline isn't that of an alien. She's so out of this world. It's like too perfect with the jawline there, J-Lo. It's like, I'm like, did you get that from your mom? Like, how fabulous is your family? Jeez. So anyway, point being, I saw this and I was like, oh, good grief. There was so much like orange and stuff. Look, picture over here for you. Look at all that. Super orange up under there. And I'm just like, that's a lot. Like, that's so much makeup. Like, I wouldn't want to do that on a regular person. Even with the level of what I'm doing right now is such a massive level with all of this that I don't even do this on my regular clients, you guys. This, you know, unless they request it, of course. I do whatever I'm told. I'm here to serve my beautiful clients, but it's just a massive level that guy does. And I'm like, you know, if your skin is not perfect, and if you don't have the skin of like a 30-year-old tops, that is going to look really weird. And also, you're gonna get it on everybody. Hug no one if you're wearing all of that. Show affection to no one. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this blended out a little bit better, and I'll be right back. All right, I've got some beautiful dimension going with all that bronzy sauce, and now I'm going to put a very lightweight powder. I'm gonna use a couple of different powders today, but right now I'm just gonna use my Jafra Beauty Photo Set powder. I like to use this one for almost like a preset. Like, I'm not finishing anything at this point. Obviously, I've got a ways to go, but I do just wanna kind of set this down and buff it a little bit, but still have the ability to add more products on top, so I'm not finishing it completely. It also really kind of calms down any, like, if you've got too much gold going on. Right around my jawline. Okay, that's really pretty. Love, 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 love. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of blush. I forgot to choose a blush. Let me grab one. I'm gonna use this beautiful kind of neutral pink Captivate blush, and I love it. Doesn't have any shimmer on it, so I will probably go back and hit the top of my cheekbones with a little bit of shimmer later. A little bit of that highlight powder. Yeah, this is really pretty. And it's kind of subtle, it's not overdone. It's not gonna like fight with the rest of my makeup. All right, looking good. I'm liking it a lot. I'm gonna hop over into eyeshadow now. So I'm gonna grab that Warm Neutrals palette that I showed you. Super pretty. And let me take this brush out because I know it's gonna fall on the ground. Everything's falling on the ground all the time around here. So I'm gonna use this light cream looking shade here. It's called Humble. It's a very humble eyeshadow shade indeed. And get this crazy thing out of here. All right, so focusing most of that lighter shade on my inner corner there, because I really wanna pop that out. I almost always really showcase that inner corner, especially if you've got a hooded lid like I do, but maybe you still have a little bit in that inner corner that's showing up for life. It's actually waking up and, you know, doing its job here, being an eyelid, instead of disappearing into the abyss like the rest of my eyelid there. But you want to showcase it, you want to brighten it up. And I'm going to show you this look with these warm neutrals like I said, but you can absolutely do the same thing using whatever color combination you like. Hopefully you can say it a lot easier than I can. All right, I'm going to go to this shade called After Hours. It's kind of dark. This could be a disaster, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to grab it with the same brush because I like this big fat brush. This is also by Sigma. And I'm just going to start popping it in the outer corner. And I just used a tiny amount because I knew it was going to be really pigmented anyway. And I can always go back and add more, but I'll get frustrated if I fling it all over my face. So I'm going to be careful. And I'm using this larger brush because I have a huge amount of area between my lashes and brows. If you have a smaller area, just use a smaller brush. It's okay. A lot of women will say, I can't do that, I have small eyes. Yes, you can. Do it on a smaller scale. Like, we can all have the same bedspread. It's just maybe you need a twin and I need a California king. I hope you liked that analogy. But also, you know, if you like the other stuff that I do and you don't like the eyeshadow, it's okay. Just take the bits and pieces from this look that you like and use them. Remember, you guys, this is the channel of do whatever the heck you want today. So I'm gonna go to the other side, and don't worry, I'm gonna get this blended up a little bit. Today I was talking with one of my most favorite people, one of my friends I met here on YouTube. She's a subscriber here with us. She hangs with us. She's part of our community. She's our age and has the same struggle we all do, where she doesn't feel like she looks good. She's battling the last 10 pounds and doesn't think she's half as beautiful as I think she is, and she doesn't think she's anywhere near as beautiful as I know her husband thinks she is. And we were talking this morning and she was telling me, you know, battling with this, don't think I look good. And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding? You look incredible. She sent me a pic and I was like, holy crap, you're friggin' amazing. And she was like, no, you know, she of course doesn't think that she's beautiful, let alone freaking amazing. And, you know, it just, she knows how I am, so I know she's gonna be cool with what I'm saying, but it ticked me off. It ticks me off a lot because us women never, ever appreciate who we are and love ourselves. And at our age, you guys, it's like, you know, if you're over 50, and I know most of you are over 60, 70, in your 80s, we don't have time for this crap. Can I just say again, we don't have time for this crap. Like, appreciate how beautiful you are. You all know. You've got those pictures from, oh, I remember when I was 20 and I thought I was fat and I didn't even know. Like, I have those pictures. I've shown my daughter, like, look at me in this bathing suit. I was gorgeous and I thought I was fat. So please never think you're fat. Like, I've tried to pass that down to her instead of passing down scrutinizing myself and feeling fat and ugly all the time, because we pass down those things to the next generation. So instead of passing that down, all right, you guys, what I'm doing right now is taking a little bit of this pink and just blending up to soften this brown. I'm going to bring the brown back in. But instead of passing that down to our daughters and the next generation, let's pass down some self-worth and some self-love, you guys. because it's about time we stopped letting our pants size define us, and we all know it. We know it, but we don't know it. And I'm done with it. That's why I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt today. Ask me if I care if my arms jiggle. They're gonna jiggle. And I didn't even have a chance to super shave my armpits today. So I really apologize to all of you, but I suspect you'll survive. And maybe some of you haven't shaved today and will really understand. But you know what, seriously, I'm not gonna do it anymore. I was telling my friend that I was talking to this morning, I'm not gonna be concerned with the size of my thighs or if my arms jiggle anymore. I'm sick of it. Life is short and we're only getting older, and I'm gonna stop letting weird stuff in my head or what I see on social media or what I think people expect me to look like. I'm gonna stop letting that dictate how I feel and what I wear, because I'm done with it. It's hot outside and I wanted to wear something sleeveless today, and I rarely do this because I have been self-conscious about my arms, and I'm not doing it anymore. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to that same brown with my little smudger brush and go underneath. And I'm going to live like I'm beautiful. You guys, none of us know how much longer we have on this planet, and I'm not gonna spend it worrying about the last 10 pounds. I'm gonna spend it loving everybody like there is no tomorrow. I'm going to spend it living like a lady who is absolutely crazy with freedom and excitement for life. Especially because I have the privilege of still being able to move. I have the privilege of being able to travel places, and that's what I want to live by. So I'm taking that same brown with my smudger brush. I'm going to go on top now and just bring it in and darken it up a little bit, because I really buffed it out quite a bit. I want to deepen it. You guys, I know that we've all been through a lot of trauma in our life. A lot of us have been told we're stupid, fat, ugly, all the things. But I'm done. I'm done letting any of that dictate who I get to be in this life and how I get to roll. And you know what? I'm just like, I'm off on a rant today, and I hope that it penetrates some of your hearts, then it will ignite you and it will inspire you to start living like you're free. All right, a little bit more over here. You know, we have, at our age, paid our dues. I paid my dues. I paid my dues. You know, I'm at the age where I can't even jump on a trampoline anymore because I have to be afraid I'm gonna pee my pants. I can't sneeze without crossing my legs. And it's just the way it is, right? So I have earned the right to wear the clothes that I want to wear. I've earned the right to wear shimmer on my eyelids and cheeks if I want. I'm gonna wear some glitter. I'll part my hair wherever I want to part it. Don't tell me I'm too old for anything, because you know what? I feel like that's what qualifies me. You know what? We've gotten in a habit in life of thinking because we're older, now we're disqualified for certain things, and I'm over it. If anything, it gives me the right to do whatever the heck I want. I'm 50, I just turned 50 last year. That gives me the right to wear the pants I want, the shoes I want, if I can still wear them. It gives me the right to wear the makeup I want. And I just pray that some of you feel the same. All right, I'm getting in with a little bit more of that dark brown with a bigger brush. I really need this blended out, you guys, because it is pretty deep. And if I don't take the extra time to blend, it will just look crazy. And I feel like if I'm gonna take the time to go over the top with this eyeshadow look, I want it to like look good, you know? But also, that's look good to my standards, not anybody else. If I walk out this door and somebody says to me, "Ha, your eyeshadow's not blended." First of all, it's not gonna happen. Second of all, I'll just be like, get a restraining order against that person, because nobody needs to be that close to me anyway. I'm just kidding. But we all know nobody's saying that. Except for maybe some trolls here on YouTube. That's always fun when I get some rando who comments something like, gross, or you're so old. And I'm just like, thanks for watching. Like, I don't know what to say. I never know what I'm supposed to say to those. I know, like, you don't get upset, and I really don't. It's like, whatever. But I don't know if I'm supposed to come up with something really philosophical for them. All right, I'm gonna darken my eyebrows, you guys, and I'll be right back. All right, I've got some beautiful brow powder on, really kind of accentuating those brows. You know, they disappear when I get foundation on them because I have permanent makeup. And now I'm gonna pop a little bit of shimmer on my inner corner. And this is really kind of like a white pink eyeshadow is all it is. It's not like a super highlight or anything. There we go. All right, yeah, it's shimmer. I'm wearing it. All right, I hope you guys caught my last video, or maybe it was the one before this, but I talked a lot about cream foundation, and I showed some really good cream. But I was talking about how beautiful it looked and how you can use it, but you don't have to just because you have mature skin. And you guys know that drives me crazy too. I'm like, you know, don't tell me I have to wear cream because I have mature skin. I'll wear it because I want to. Because at the same time, I love a good matte and I love a really great serum foundation too. So, you know, don't let that dictate what you think you need to use. Just try to find some that work. And don't be afraid to go to a beauty counter and ask for samples, ask to be color matched, all of that. If you need a color match from me, just head to my website, JackieAlves.com, drop me a line using the contact form, and I'll get back with you and I can help color match you. So, you know, whatever. Let me know if you need help. I love you guys. I'm happy to help. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some eyeliner. I've got that inner corner shimmer. No, I'm not going with eyeliner. I just forgot. I wanna go with this white right here. It's a super, super white shimmer, but I'm gonna put some in the inner corner, like the super inner corner, like right here. Okay, all right. I like it. I like it a lot. It really brightens up eyes. Like if you can get in there and do that bright, like white pop right there, and you saw I just kind of swirled a tiny bit, it's really pretty. It'll brighten up your eyes quite a bit. All right, I'm gonna get in with some liquid eyeliner and try to do a wing. Let's see what happens. Follow me. Now, I'm not going all the way to the end of my lashes here. I start bringing it up, and it's real sloppy at first, but what do you always say? Trust the process. Fat triangle. I gotta leave my mouth hanging open a little. It is what it is. Pretty fat. All right. Now, I started out small, and if you're afraid to do the fat triangle, maybe reconsider a liquid. You know, if you're not great at it, maybe start with a pencil and then go from there, because it's important how fat I got so you can still see it when I open my eye. Otherwise, it's just gonna disappear in my hooded lid, okay? But I didn't get it really perfect. You know, it's still a little bit bumpy. It's not great, so I can go on top of it with a pencil. I just like that liquid definition and the great pop, because this is also, this is by Jafra Cosmetics, and it's the Jafra Beauty Always Power Liquid Eyeliner. Yes, Power Liquid Eyeliner. It actually stays on really good, and it's transfer proof. So if I just let it dry first before I open my eye all the way, it won't transfer to my upper lid. I have had like maybe 2 clients, and it's because they had super oily lids, and it did transfer a little bit. For the most part, this does not transfer. Super handy to have. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other side, and I'll be right back. All right, check this out. I got a treat for you. using some little tiny gems and a big fat magnifying mirror and some lash glue. Yes, I have put some beautiful little bling on my inner corners. I like it a lot. Maybe a little crooked. There we go, just moved it up. So I have this great little tool and it's kind of sticky and waxy and it helps me pull the gems from my gem collection. I use those a lot for people who love that full glam look, and I can even line them along their eyelid and get really crazy. Obviously not my friends that are 80. They don't usually request that. But sometimes they like a little inner corner gem. And you know, it's gonna be Vegas, baby. I'll do what I want. So you can see I got my other wing on. They're not super even, and it's really okay because I'm gonna put on false lashes. So that really kind of takes care of that. Don't let your worry and fear kick in about your eyeliner and spend all the day trying to make it look even Steven, because it doesn't even matter. Once you get your lashes on, you really can't see that anyway. So if you're wearing lashes, you're off the hook of perfection. All right, got a little bit of mascara. I'm gonna plop it on. All right, I've come to the eyelash portion of our show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually gonna opt for a pair that I've already worn. When I take off my really good lashes that I love, this lash company that I've partnered with, Red Aspen, I really love, and their lashes are very high quality, but I keep them and reuse them if possible. And you know, I sometimes lose them, set them down, they wind up on the bottom of my shoe, sometimes around the house. Mr. Alves loves that one. But anyway, if I can get them into my little lash, what's it called, lash book, I will, so that I can reuse them. So I will probably use the ones that have a little bit more drama. They're a little bit thicker on the outer corner. These are called the Chesca Lash. On my website, you can grab them from the link in the description, but I suggest you wear them several times if you get them, because they're beautiful, very high quality. But I wanted to talk to you about something else. So I love, not with this look, but I love a really good like naked lash or natural looking lash. So I tried these nude blazer naked lashes by Kiss because they were very comparable to the Ardell naked lashes. And I love Kiss normally, so I got these and they have that clear band. You guys, I was very disappointed with the clear band. So I wasn't happy with these. The Ardell brand that are the naked lashes are much better if you like that invisible band, but these are the plastic band that you can actually see. And it looks like this weird plastic thing on your eyelid. So very disappointed with these dudes. So that was my second rant for the day. My first rant is we're old and we're gonna do what we want. The second rant is I wasn't a fan of those lashes by Kiss. Okay, I'm gonna slap these suckers on. So because they've already been used, I don't have to trim them, and they typically will stick a little bit quicker and easier if you've already worn them once, because they'll have a little bit of like glue left over. Now if they get a lot of bit of glue left over, go ahead and take off the glue with some tweezers and maybe even wash your lashes in some face wash, a little tiny wash them, and then set them aside to let them dry overnight. But you know, if they're not cakey, if they don't have a ton of crusty glue on them, it's okay, you don't have to sweat it, you know, if they're not dirty. And these are still really clean. So let me get some glue on here. Gotta give them a minute to get tacky, you guys. Don't just slap them on. I know it's exciting. You're to the point where you're like, I gotta get this on, but give it a sec. Patience, my friend. All right, coming in. I'm gonna focus it on the outer corner mostly. Ta-da! See, that second go around's pretty easy. I'm actually kind of afraid because it went on so quick. I'm like, what did I do wrong? It's kind of nice. Whatever, I'm gonna leave it, shoot. Well, shoot far. Ta-da! Both lashes, like magic. I'm gonna use a little bit of my favorite eye cream here. This is a good lightweight eye cream by Jafra Cosmetics. It's their Revitalize eye cream. I like it for during the day to mix with foundation. Now this, or I'm sorry, with concealer. This is a pretty long wear concealer. This one is by One Size. It always has that OS on it for One Size. And I'm gonna use a pretty decent amount. Like I said, this is a long wear look for a very specific occasion. So yes, it may crease a little bit, and that's okay because I will be on stage when I'm wearing this look. Now, if you're worried, you know, if you try to duplicate this look and you're worried about those little gems getting concealer, you can wait and do those later. It's okay. I just happen to know how to avoid them because I do this quite a bit. Now I'm gonna take my little beauty blender. I don't use these very often either. And I already got it wet and smushed it out really good with a paper towel because I like to get as much water out as possible. And I go this way and then underneath, and then I turn it this way and start chasing it upward because I don't want to bring it down too far, but I always wait till later in the game to do this concealer for obvious reasons. And quickly get to the other side before it dries. But I love to add that eye cream into my concealer. It just makes a big difference in how it wears and how it applies, of course. All right, God, you guys, that look I was telling you about that guy did on J-Lo, it starts with like this crazy amount of concealer all over the face, big white triangles under the eyes, the nose, the forehead, concealer everywhere. And I'm like, oh, crackers. I would look like I used Betty Crocker cake mix to do my makeup with. It's just, it's horrible. I don't get it. I can't. I cannot. All right, now I'm going to lightly powder under my eyes. You guys know I don't typically do that. I'm gonna take that big fat eyeshadow brush you see me use a lot. I really love it. It's not even an eyeshadow brush. I think it's a setting or highlighter brush or something by Real Techniques. But I'm just putting a tiny bit, like such a small amount, you guys, right underneath. And then right through the middle, I use up what's left on the brush. All right. Just want to make sure it's settled down really nice. Now I'm going to go back with a little bit of blush. And you know, this time I'm going to go, also, I'll do a little bit of the highlighter I was telling you I wanted to do. So I'll add in a little bit more of a warm blush on top of what I've already got. Small amount. I'm pretty happy with the amount of blush I have, so I don't want to overdo it. But bringing that concealer and blush back together, it's back blending is really important. And then I'll take that highlighter right here. It's a little bit of a gold shimmer highlighter. I'll put some right on the highest point of my cheekbone. Oh, hi. I love shimmers so much. All right. I swear I want to reinvent the lightning bolts we used to wear in the 80s. When I'd go to the skating rink, I'd have a whole card of those face stickers, those gold glitter lightning bolts. Oh, I loved them. And I would always put one right here. Just made the whole look. All right, this is so pretty. I do like to put it on the tip of my nose. You don't have to if you don't like to. Love, 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 love this look. All right, now some of you may get angry with me about my lip choice, and it's okay because I love you anyway. I'm not telling you you have to do it. But I, my friend, am going to do this lip liner called Cocoa. Gonna do a little bit of a throwback here. Oh, let me get magnifier. It's so close. It's so much. All right, overlining just a little bit. I can't with that magnifier, it's too close. I'm seeing hairs that want me to pluck them, and I'm not gonna do it. This one's better. It doesn't have hardly any magnification on it. And I'm gonna go underneath. Now notice I didn't do this like hardcore line all the way around. Really nice and light. Okay, now I'm gonna ombre it out. So filling in those inner corners, or outer corners, sorry. Easy though. Really feathery. And tighten up your lip if you need to. Do what you gotta do. Remember, I said, at our age, we can do what we want. My age does not disqualify me anymore. It is my license to do what I want. All right, I'm gonna blend this out with a little, almost like a concealer brush. It's just a flat, little skinny brush, real thin. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. I just feathered really light with my lip liner, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any that was not in the cracks. You got to get this stuff in the cracks. It's going to help it last longer too. And a little bit of the pink, the Perfect Fit lipstick. Right in the middle. Remember, I left it kind of light with that ombre effect. Okay, going in with some beautiful pink lip oil by Sigma. You can use a gloss at this point if you prefer. Or you can leave it matte if you prefer. I mean, seriously, do what you want. I like it a lot, I do. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the One Size setting spray. Now this is Till Dawn. I do not like this on my skin on a regular basis, but again, if I'm gonna be running around Caesar's Palace like some kind of maniac, thinking I have that much energy, you know I'm gonna be sweaty and weird. So I'm gonna use this setting spray anyway. Not the best for my skin, but I treat my skin really well on a regular basis. Good Lord. Jeez. I will be like a statue the whole time. I will fit in with the Caesar's Palace statues. All right, I didn't spray on as much as you think I did because it wasn't coming out very well. I think it's at the end of its rope there. So I'm gonna wipe some of this foundation off of my hand before I start messing around with the rest of my face and hair. And this great little glow up product by Jafra Skin. You can use whatever bronzer you like. This just happens to have an SPF in it, so I'm gonna use it right here on my shoulders to bronze me up a little bit, and also to protect my shoulders because you saw they were pretty light. I'll get fried out there. All right, looking good, looking good. Maybe a little more just for the heck of it. And now, definitely not in the mood to be told what to do with my hair and what not to do. So I'm just gonna be crazy with it. Let me style this stuff up real quick. All right, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this look today, because I sure did. I hope you know that I love you, I appreciate you so much, and I hope that you understand that you are beautiful. We've only got one life to live, and we should live it like there's no tomorrow. Please remember that. And the next time, you know, your granddaughter or daughter tries to tell you, you shouldn't be wearing that, you need to part your hair over here, that's totally out of style, you're too old for that. Just remind them, I can do what I want. Remember, I had to teach you how to not pee on the floor. I'm just saying, your age actually is your license to do what you want. So get it, girl, get it. I love you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.